Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Black Manga Critic. We are back for that My Hero, that Boku no Hero greatness, all right? Academia greatness, all right? We are going to do a reaction and review. Not we, me, right? I mean, y'all not going to be doing the reacting and the reviewing. I'm going to be doing the reacting. But y'all going to be, I guess, reacting to my reaction, whatever. Basically, it's going to be a reaction and review to chapters 176 and 177. All right, let's get back into that My Hero greatness. All right, I got it. I got it. Too many conversations to be had. Too many conversations going on that I'm not a part of, that I need to be a part of. I got to get back into it, y'all. I got to get back into it. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. My Hero Academia, chapter 176. Last we left off, Deku was like, yo, you better not come to my school. You better not do nothing. Better not do nothing, gentle. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Deku does. I'm hyped, all right? We're going to page 4 of the March 26th page, issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. All right, let's do it. Let me go to the page. Make sure people are here in the live chat. All right, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. Let's go. Let's go. My Hero greatness. This is a beautiful color page. I mean, are you kidding me with this color page, y'all? I mean, seriously. Like, this is it's so good. It's such a beautiful color page, y'all. You know, just in awe of like the shading, the chosen colors. Wow. Okay. Impressive intuition, boy. All right, so what's going on? Let's just make sure everything's all right. Good. Impressive intuition, boy. This kid, I think he's Saturday morning, no pedestrians, no Saturday morning, no pedestrians around, and no hero agencies near UA. Looks like I'll be without backup. I could get the cafe owner to call the police and villains naturally avoid the neighborhood around UA. A school full of heroes serves as a deterrent. Of course. No. La Brava, let's change our itinerary. Starting now, no matter what happens, keep the camera rolling. You got it, gentle. But you're gonna fight here? What about your awesome plan? Viewers, behold the dawning of a daring knave's journey. Keep your dazzled eyes on your screen, for it is I, your savior and gentleman scoundrel, gentle criminal. The gears have gone awry. In light of this dilemma, I call this caper, I tried invading UA. He's a tacky. Yo. It's fun to read, but it is super corny. But I like corny. I like dad jokes and stuff like that. That's just me. So this stuff is funny to me, but it's also cool. I like it. I won't let you. Whoa. What was that? What the? Huh? While uncloaking, I took the liberty of erecting that. Surely you understand, loyal viewers, for my quirk is elasticity. Whatever I touch is granted elasticity. Even the air itself. Bruh. That's cool. That's so cool. I don't know. It's just, the air itself, dude. Horikoshi. Let's go. Let's go, Horikoshi. Gently rebound. I loathe violence as a mean of conflict resolution. Yo, that's incredible, man. This is like Deku's worst nightmare. Someone who can like basically reflect his attacks like that. Boing. That's cool. That's like some like I mean, I guess when I thought about elasticity, the first thing I thought of was like Luffy in One Piece. You know what I mean? Because he's a rubber man. It's like the most well-known rubber anything. You know, in terms of like Shonen Jump manga and stuff like that. So that's what I kind of thought. You know, I guess that could be like kind of like an awakening or something. Like Luffy. Like I don't know about the air. I think that's a bit much. But like you know, I mean the ground. Like if you could like make like the ground or walls and stuff like that elastic, that'd be dope. That was ridiculously violent, gentle. He caught me off guard in all this confusion, La Brava. Such speed and power, though. His mild looks belie his ferociousness. 1,000 pardons, boy. I take my leave. You're sorry? Then stay away from my school. Yo, Deku, let's go. A request I cannot honor. Gently. Trampoline. Yo, that's so dope. I too put great effort into school functions in my days as a student. I have no doubt that your heart is in this. Yet it cannot compare to my beard and soul. Beard? What is this guy talking about? For this caper will mark the first great step of my legendary exploits. You shall not interfere. Farewell, O youthful shining star. Yo, I remember now, gentle. That kid's Izuku Midoriya. He fought at the sports festival by busting up his own hands. He's one crazy kid, that's for sure. He's mad then, not one to entangle ourselves with. Before he can do more harm, I must perform this caper. Dear viewers, my invasion of UA High School now has a time limit. I have no doubt that your heart is in this. Sorry, guys, but my break's almost over. Better get back. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. You gotta leave already, Deku? Sorry, Eddie. I need to practice. Once Midori is finished performing on the day of, us three can hang out again. Deku, Lemillion. I'm excited. My heart. Oh, the adorableness of Eddie. Oh, she's adorable. Little child. Yet it cannot compare to my beard and soul. What are you talking about, man? That beard nonsense. Midoriya, You're always taking notes in your in notebooks, yeah? What's your method? Is there some hero you want to take notes on, Jito? No. I want to know how to take good notes, like how to make the point come across better. I scribble too much stuff down, so the main points get lost. Oh, advice for your bandmates? Did you write all this, Jiro? Nice. I bet they'll love this. That's the idea. I was so sure people would just call this a useless hobby, so it feels like I've got something to prove. Tokuyami, I thought I told you to make it grittier, you bird brain. How are we ever gonna bust UA's eardrums with lame riffs like that, huh? Grittier? Tokuyami. Check, lesson 3. Gentle criminal. Still having trouble firing your shots while moving around? Need to land and stop him. Keep cool. Panic leads to mistakes. Land and stop him. I need to do both. Wrong, Midoriya. Need me to say it in another language? Feel those movements. In that instant, hold it. Visualize it. Yo, Midoriya, let's go. Yo, what if, yeah, that's so dope. That's so dope. This is like one of those like panels you like flip, right? Like I'm pretty sure he drew it like, you know, right side up and then flipped it upside down. Still works. Still super cool. Either way, it's still awesome. Fantastic. Really, really sharp. Adding directionality to your wind blasts? Yep. Like in case I'm fighting in a town, I want to minimize the damage to the surroundings. The more you can do, the better. Delaware Smash, Air Force. Yes. An air cannon? But not enough to stop me. I will not be deterred. Yo, he's bouncing in the air. That's yo, this dude's a clown, man. He's like legitimately a clown. Whoa. Yo, Deku is on point, yo. For the world, for the people, for my dreams. And is my heart in this? You bet it is. How rude of me. Yo, to honor your feelings to me. Oh, for the world, for the people, for my dreams, and to honor your feelings for me. Okay. Gentle. Oh boy. All right, so that was dope. Deku doing his thing, man. Deku doing his thing. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Next chapter. Next chapter. Uh, let's go to the next chapter. I mean, for real. Just gotta delete some stuff. Okay. Let us go to the next chapter, y'all. Let's go to the next chapter. All right, all right. The April 2nd issue. That was cool. That was really cool. The art, man, just a crisp art. Like, that was super dope. You know what I mean? Like, Delaware Smash, Air Force. Yo, let's go. That was cool. That was super cool. I like that. And the elasticity, like, yo, come on, man. This dude a clown, but he doing his thing. All right, let's go to page 68. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Something fishy going on. Random old man. Chapter 177 is entitled At the Construction Site. Please don't worry, sir. We're just filming here. Could you let your neighbors know? This won't buy us much time, even if he falls for it. Gentle, I know it sucks, but the plan's in shambles. We gotta back out. Yo, Deku going in, man. Oh, let's go, Deku. Thank you, Hatsume. You're pretty much just firing off wide blasts straight ahead, right? Now my baby here isn't that powerful, but the air it shoots hits more like a blunt force attack. This came about because you're practicing that finger flicking move now, right? Eventually, I can also incorporate this tech into your Iron Souls to provide support for your shoot style. Thanks to you, too, Ashido. All that intense dance practice is really paying off. Horikoshi, yo, Horikoshi. Just an applause for Horikoshi. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, right? Like, the greatness that is Horikoshi. Let's go. Deku lands. Too much dust. Where'd he go? Indeed, I did not anticipate this turn of events. Yet I am undeterred. Yo, this dude is so corny, man. But he makes me laugh. How'd you wind up like that? I don't mind him as much now. In the beginning, I was like, who is this guy? You know, but now I'm like slowly but surely, he is coming into my good graces, and like I like him as a character. How'd you wind up like that? Do not doubt that I will see this plan through, for I am determined. A true gentleman's resolve cannot be shaken. That determination, he has no intention of giving up. Yes, because I am gentle Crim. Are you really a gentleman? Why mess with UA then? What's your plan? Which channel? When's this gonna air? Gentle, my beloved Gentle. Please, don't lose. My plan, you ask? Please don't lump me in with those League of Villains ruffians. I am no murderer or kidnapper. My plan, as it were, is simply to sneak into your school festival. Won't you turn a blind eye, boy? He's pleading for mercy. But you've got to know that we're on high alert, right? As soon as they spot a suspicious guy like you, the alarms will go off and the festival will close. Besides, I've got you now, so just give up. There is no need to be concerned, as my companion will be deactivating your school's sensors. Your show will go on, and my plan will succeed. I believe they call that a win-win. That'd make things worse. Undoubtedly. He lost that debate. Gentle's ridiculous, man. Indeed, I know you know my plan now. I wish to get going before the matter grows more complicated. I've already called this in. Maybe a bluff will scare him off. I'm just slowing you down until the police and hero show up. We shan't see eye to eye. While the taste of tea still lingers, I shall bring you down, you a boy. Deku's going. That's so dope. The elasticity stuff, and he makes the air elastic. That's so cool. Predict the enemy's moves. Oh, he made the bar, the steel bar, elastic. Yo. Predict. Boing, 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 boing. Impossible. Yo. That's some Luffy stuff. You're going to see Luffy do that. You're going to see Luffy do it. He's going to do something just like that. He's going to be like, oh, I remember Bellamy did this thing, you know, and he's going to do it. Track his path. Oh, bam. He got hit. What? How? Wasn't he over there? Your own air blast. Return to you care of my air membrane. Whoa. Gentle, I'm bummed out about this too, but we really need to scram. No, La Brava. Not just yet. Can't let him go. Yo, I have something you need to hear, boy. My quirk cannot be undone by my own will. Rather, objects slowly return to their original state. In the meantime, as the girder regains its typical hardness, it retains this springy motion. What's more, I've removed every bolt from this one, where I now stand. This particular girder is destined to fall. It's quite dangerous. Oh, snap. Surely you, as a UA student, cannot ignore a falling girder. Yo. You were aiming for that old man down there? Heavens no, just you. For I knew you would dive to catch it before the unthinkable happened. I want you good and grounded, yet, once again, I'm reminded of your terrifying speed and power. Though it pains me to leave you like that, you will have to endure just long enough for me to succeed. Perhaps someone will take notice. Hold on, La Brava. That was mean, Gentle. Dirty. My companion will be deactivating your school sensors. My plan is simply to sneak into your school festival. No, can't let him get away. Almost time. Can't stop fidgeting. Be as serene as the water surface, Kaminati. Serene as water? We had these t-shirts made special, Bakugo, so you gotta wear yours. Our dance outfits are perfect. They were pretty much ready-made though, so we just added some flair. Don't care as long as they're sexy. Man, I took it out of him, man. I'm actually like, I just don't care. Like, I was like, man, I said like, look, I get it. Like, Horikoshi, just have him do anything that's not like the perv thing. I just don't care. I just don't care. Midoriya is not here. He's gone to purchase rope. He's taking a long time though, isn't he? Todoroki, let's go over that last sequence the sequence one last time. Indeed. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. No, next. Come on. I make some ice platforms, then Uraraka will. What is he talking about? 15 minutes until the school festival begins. The plan went slightly awry, La Brava. And yet, should I manage to get it now, despite heightened security, my name will truly go down in infamy as a man capable of great spectacle. Oh man, Deku, yo. Yo, Deku one-handed! Ah, and then he flicked. Yo! Persistent. This kid's like you, Gentle. He doesn't give up. I'd better use my quirk. What? La Brava? Yo, what's La Brava gonna do? That's gonna be dope. I don't know. Like, it's gotta be something that can, like, stop Deku, I guess. Or stop Gentle? I don't know. This is interesting. This is interesting. And those are some dope chapters. Yo. Yo. Yo, Horikoshi, man. Yo, what's good? What's good, Orphe? I'm gonna send you the link right now. Oh, let me get my headphones on too. These chapters are dope, yo. I saw that you I saw you like I just got the Twitter message too. These chapters are pretty dope. Let me just get my headphones on and I'll shoot you the link. No, it's just computer's acting a little. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Yeah, he's just he's just ridiculous, yo. Tsunami though, he's just ridiculous. Like Gentle's such a ridiculous character, but he's super funny. I like him. I like him. Yo, Orphe, what is up? What is up?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Nothing much. I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling.
I see you enjoyed them chapters, bro.
Yep. Yo, these chapters are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The last one was better than the one that just came out, I think.
Yeah,
Although,
I agree.
I don't know if you noticed because you read the Shonen Jump scans, but the quality of the art is kind of rough. Did you pick up on that a little
Well,
bit?
where like
In
where
certain
exactly?
panel, like it's overall it's not bad, but like in certain panels it just looks like really bad, like some of the panels of like La Brava, like at least in the
Oh
last
yeah, yeah,
chapter,
yeah. I
and
see.
like Gentle and stuff, it looks really like, I don't want to, it's not like sketches or anything, it's just the way he like does the black and shit, it doesn't look very nice.
I gotcha. There was something that's similar that happened. Well, I wouldn't say similar. It was more like I get like this is probably better, but I get especially with La Brava. I kind of get what you're talking about. Like like in one of the Black Clover chapters. I feel like it
Yeah,
was the
yeah, that
latest
was
one.
the
Like
sketches.
yeah, that was weird. I was like, what's at first I was like, wait, is that like some weird like picture ability or something? And
But
I was like, nah.
that just looks like he didn't have time to finish it. In
Yeah.
this, it actually looks like he drew that in, thought that was a good idea because some of the smaller panels in this chapter didn't look that good. But what's interesting about Gentle is his fucking quirk. I like that the most about him probably.
Yeah, that's so it's such
He
a
has one
dope
of my
quirk.
favorite quirks, bro. He has one of my favorite quirks. One of the most unique ones too. It's kind of like Hisoka and Luffy kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like it's so dope. And the fact that he started by making the air elastic first, I thought that was like super cool because you know, like usually what happens is like they do a sort of simple, like they show like a simple like sort of manifestation of the quirk and then or like ability or whatever, like generally like in battle shonen. And then
Yeah.
they'll like sort of up it to like these like, you know, more interesting kind of uses of the abilities or whatever. But like
Yeah.
Jump, Horikoshi was like, yo, this dude can make air elastic. I was like, yo.
I'm looking at the official scans now. I think it was just whatchamacallit, the quality of the scans they uploaded to like Gemini's box or whatever. Because
I
on like the
gotcha.
official, on like the app, it actually looks completely fine. So I just think
Yeah,
it's
I
the way
mean,
they're doing it on the Scanlation websites. It doesn't look that good.
you
But
mean you said the black, right? Like
yeah,
you said kind
yeah,
of like
like it's like towards the, let me see. So first page, second, like the third page on like the Gemini's box one with like Gentle and stuff. You know how there's like two of them?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Deku's like, how do you wind up like that? On the Gemini's box in the manga stream, the scan looked terrible. So like Gentle, like you couldn't see him properly, and it was just like a whole load of black.
Oh, that's so weird.
And like on the next page when Labrava's like which channel when the old man is like to Labrava which channel is the shit on, and she's like, oh, Gentle, and it's like a really small panel. That looked horrible in the scanlation, but it looks a lot better in the official.
Gotcha, gotcha. All
What do
right,
you
so
think is gonna happen with Gentle? Do you think he's gonna succeed in his plan?
it's tough. Because I think what what I liked about sort of where this kind of went is that Deku was just like, yo, dude, like the way you're conceiving of like the way you're sort of trying to logic this stuff out, like doesn't really make much sense. Sort of like he gets to a certain point where logically it makes sense, and then like he totally forgets, like, hey, you know, if the sensors are off and people notice that the sensors are off, like you'll still have issues. Like we'll still have issues. They'll still shut off. Like this will stop the festival and everything like that. So like I think that he might. I'm hoping for something like super goofy, like because this whole sort of thing is not particularly serious. It could be that he leads to some, like that he inadvertently allows others, other sort of villains or something like that to break in, even though he's not necessarily trying to like do anything like, you know, awful or anything like that. He's just trying to say like, hey, like if I can get into the school, it's almost like he's trying to be like a kind of like a magician or like a David Blaine or something like that.
David Blaine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm gonna do this thing. This is gonna be super cool and hype, but I'm not trying to like hurt anybody or anything like that. You know, so I think he will succeed, but I think that his success will lead to like something more serious. Like it won't just be him. Like it won't just be like this arc won't just be about him. I think like it'll lead to other stuff, like some like another villain might be able to break in or something like that, or it might be the League. It might be someone from the League or something, and they might be able to like sneak in.
I wouldn't be a fan of that. I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of lame if the League members just snuck in, but I do want Gentle to accomplish his goal, or at least, you know, do something that has an impact on the story. Otherwise, it'll kind of feel a bit lame and like he was there for nothing. Do you have any ideas on what Labrava's quirk could be?
I feel like it has something to do with like electricity.
Electricity?
Yeah,
that's
because
interesting
like
as fuck. I ain't heard no one say that.
Because she's saying like she needs to use her quirk in order to stop like what's going on here, and her quirk is also and I think her quirk is pretty much necessary to shut off the sensors. So for me, if she might like shut down like Deku's like nervous system or something like that, or like electros or whatever. She might,
maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Like she might be able to do something. Like she might be like a hacker, right? And like she'd be able to like hack like, you know, it either is an electricity sort of thing where she can like hack using like electricity, or it might just be that her ability is like more abstract and she can just hack things, including people. So
that would complement Gentle's like rubber powers or whatever, because you know how like rubber is like an insulator and shit. So that would complement it quite nicely. I always thought it would have something to do with love though, because if you look at her design, she's got like the hearts and the heart earrings, and like her whole character is just based around loving Gentle, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. It makes her seem a bit one-dimensional. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I like Labrava. You know what I mean? So and like everyone else is saying, like some other people are bringing up things that are interesting. I generally feel like, you know, one, it's mentioned that she has great like hacking abilities, right? And she has great like skills in that sense. So like her quirk probably involves like, you know, not necessarily electricity, but the ability to like control like technical like techie sort of objects and stuff like that, like technology or whatever. Like that involve like where it's electricity is like a big part of like those things working. So someone H Magnum 59 said like she's probably going to destroy the gauntlets, and I feel like that would make sense.
But to destroy them or disable them, because like he just got them.
Sorry.
I don't think it should be destroyed, because then, you know, like how in Bleach they destroyed Ichigo's sword after you just got it. It would be kind of like,
oh, that was so trash.
Yeah, it would be kind of like that. Like we just got gauntlets and then they get fucking destroyed, and then May has to make another pair. It would just be bad to like have them like be temporarily disabled. But I definitely think Gentle needs to have like a big impact on the story because I feel like this arc should end with something dark, like, you know how it starts off like really happy and whatnot, and then it slowly gets darker and darker. Do you think Ioma's going to do anything crazy?
I don't know about anything crazy. I mean, I still like I don't know if Horikoshi just kind of said, okay, like, you know, let's try to sort of throw readers off the trail of Aoyama, right? Like, and like maybe that's what Horikoshi is doing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like I feel like maybe he'll be more involved in what's going on here, because like usually whenever you see something like that where they're like, hey, like this person's taking a long time and like da 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 or whatever, you know, usually it's either the person or someone who that person is talking to that's gonna like kind of go in there and get in the way of whatever's happening.
in
So
typical show and stuff.
you know what I mean? So either Aoyama or Todoroki is going to do something. But I feel like it'll probably be Aoyama this time because he fits more into like what's going on and sort of like the quirkiness of it. You know, no pun intended. Like right, and the you know what I mean? And just the like.
Some people
you know?
did say Todoroki though, because you know how Todoroki found Deku in the Stain arc or whatever, and he showed up at like the most convenient time. So maybe that would kind of refer to that. But I think Ayama may end up like maybe Deku goes back to well, first of all, I think Deku's gonna lose next chapter. I think he's gonna get defeated, and then once he goes back to UA, if he tells everyone about like Gentle and whatnot, then they're gonna cancel the Culture Festival. And you know, his whole thing was like, I don't want the Culture Festival to be canceled because you know everyone's gonna be upset and whatnot. So maybe he only tells Ayama, and then the two of them figure out a plan to defeat Gentle before anyone finds out. Or it doesn't even have to be like a public thing. Maybe none of the other students find out about Gentle at all. But I do think he's going to get some footage and stuff like that. And if he does get the footage, I feel like there's a huge opportunity here for Gentle to get that footage, and then like once it goes on YouTube, like all of society are going to see that, and they're going to just freak the fuck out and just like attack UA for it, you know? Because if you look at like the media and stuff like that, you know how Stain, his footage was recorded, and then like Kaminari was like, oh, he's cool, and Shigaraki was pissed off at him. He got development. Darby, Toga, and all the league members joined because of him. So, you know, the media do play a big role in the story, and I think Gentle could like push society forward a bit to like maybe put some restrictions on people's quirks and just push more villains into the fray. And maybe that'll push Shigaraki to do something crazy with like social media.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, I think one like I'm interested in like the idea of like Shigaraki like doing something like that. That kind of like
torture. Have you seen Kick-Ass?
Oh yeah.
You know how they torture that guy? They torture that old on like maybe they'll do something like that. Maybe they do that to All Might. That'd be that'd be crazy. If they fucking tortured him on like camera and whatnot.
That'd be Oh my goodness.
There's a big opportunity for that. Like there's a lot
because he's vulnerable now, and it's so and it's sort of like it's not like he's like stopped being like a symbol in a certain way, you know what I mean? Because like yes, like obviously he doesn't have his, you know, he doesn't really have his powers at all, right? He doesn't have his powers at all. He can't really do what he used to do, but he's still a symbol in that way. You know what I mean? It's like when like, you know, like Michael Jordan like retired from like basketball like years ago, right? But like he's still a symbol of like the NBA of basketball, of like the pinnacle of that sport and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A legend. And so what better way to like, you know, hit like people like where it hurts than to like attack a legend like All Might.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
but, that'd be interesting. Do you think Principal Nezu is gonna get fired?
Ooh, that'd be really cool. I think like, I don't know, for me, for whatever reason, I feel like now I don't know. Like for a long time, I thought that like he was like a like traitor or something. Like he was kind of like, you know, low key, like not a good dude. You know what I mean? But at the same time now I think that he is, and like, and him getting fired would be interesting. Like, you know, we get some like goofy panels of him like super depressed, like in his like underwear or something, walking around his house. Like, you know what I mean? Like that'd be dope. Like I
take that seriously.
Yeah, it would be like hilarious. He
plunges into fucking darkness. He just wants to like kill everyone. But maybe they'll do like a fucking, you know how like what's his fucking name in Naruto? The Hiruzen, the third Hokage died, and they try to replace him. Maybe All Might will become the fucking principal of UA. Maybe they'll go and find someone.
I don't know.
Some people are saying we were talking about this before. Some people said All Might, but I actually think Gran Torino would make a good fucking headmaster of UA. I think that would fit quite nicely.
Him or the only other person that I could think of, like, but I mean, like, I guess, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're the principal, like, you'd have to like retire as like a hero, right? Like, I mean, like, I feel like that would be like your job. Like, if you're the principal, like, your job is like you're the principal. Like, do your
Yeah.
principal thing, and like, you can't be out there fighting crime and
Yeah.
being principal at the same time. So I feel like, I also feel like Eraserhead would be like a great principal.
You think
And
so? But
like,
he's a bit young.
yeah, but but like principals tend to be, principals aren't that old necessarily. Like there are a lot of like AP assistant principals and principals that are like in their like, mid to late like 30s or something like that. So for me, I mean, I think and I think in this manga, like he reads as older, I guess. That's kind of the thing for me.
I think he's like 35. Let me have a look.
Yeah. So like he'd have to retire, but I feel like that's something that he might be able to do if like they'd fire the principal. I think he'd
He's
just take
30.
over, you know?
But
That may be something
yeah,
to do.
that'd be cool.
I don't know. I mean, like if I do think it's a little bit young, but it'd be interesting to see like that happen, and like for a hero that young to say like I'm gonna make the decision to like help these kids and stop doing what I'm doing here. But he could still be like cool guy principal, and like he
I'd
probably
love to see more Gran Torino. I
Gran
kind of
Torino
feel
would be
bad
cool.
for Aizawa. Aizawa hasn't fucking won a fight yet.
Yeah, he's been doing some cool. He did some cool stuff, but then
he took 2 L's in that
yeah.
last arc. He got beaten by Toga, and then he got fucking beaten by Chronostasis.
Yep, that was a L.
By Toga, and then he went to fight Overhaul, and then he got beaten again. And they fucking like, I don't know what happened with that. They like tried to set that up as if it was going somewhere. They like had Chronostasis like magically take Aizawa somewhere, and like Chronostasis gave that like villain speech like, "Oh, I'm gonna gouge your eyes out," and he does it for like 10 minutes, and then Mirio just conveniently shows up to fucking like save the day or whatever, and save him from Aizawa. But yeah, that was fucked up. Someone said present Mike for Headmaster. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. Man, but I do feel like either Nezu will get fired, or he'll have or they'll have like a presence in the school that would sort of like counter his own presence. You know what I mean? Like it'd add like a bit of like,
he'd be like a janitor or something. Maybe just get demoted. No, he's a rat, right? Maybe he can pick up like leftover food. You can see like Deku dumping his fucking tray in the food bin, and then Nezu just fucking scavenging
for cheese.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Nezu's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, I like him.
He's smart, isn't he? Like, was it 6 out of 5 intelligence, something crazy like that? One of the smartest characters in the story.
That's dope. But I think when it's interesting because like when Gentle and La Brava were introduced, I was like, I don't really care about either of them. Like I wasn't particularly interested. One, because I hadn't really seen their quirks and I wasn't sure what they were going to do at all. And I was just kind of like, okay, this is kind of cheesy, but like, where is this going?
Yeah, it's a little bit corny. You know what I mean? Like the whole comedy gag and stuff. It was a bit, but like Horikoshi did a pretty good job at giving Gentle some character development, and can't say as much for La Brava, but maybe we'll get something next chapter. Do you think Gentle's gonna get a backstory?
I think so. I hope so. That would be awesome, because I feel like he's a character like he's a character that really like demands like a backstory, because when he's old,
so there's a lot to explore.
You know what I mean? Like what did he like? Maybe he used to be a hero that didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like what's going on there? I'm really interested.
What pushed him? Maybe what pushed him to like want to get that YouTube career going? Because if you think about it, he's just an attention seeker, really. Yeah. So maybe he's like really lonely on the inside, and he just wants someone to notice him.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the thing. That's definitely a thing.
Play that angle. That would be kind of nice.
And it's like La Brava. I mean, how old is La Brava? What is she like?
I don't know.
The same. Like, is she like?
She can't be. She can't be like 10 or something. That'd be fucked up.
Oh no, that'd be weird. She's probably like. I mean, she might be the same age as like the UA. The UA. She might be old. Something tells me she's older though.
She still fucking loves. She can't be like 16. No way.
No.
Gentle must be like 50.
No, but are they like a couple? I feel like it's more like a father-daughter kind of thing or something like that. Like that the love that they're talking about. Like I feel like
Yeah,
it's more like
maybe.
that than like,
Maybe her
oh,
quirk, maybe her quirk just makes her seem short. Because what I was thinking was basically Gentle gives her like affection and stuff, and she gets that attention, and then that makes her stronger, and like that like increases her size and stuff like that, kind of like Mount Lady, and she gets faster. Because
that'd be
like,
interesting.
because if you look at like the way she said it, like what she said at the end of the chapter, it was more like a last resort, if anything else, you know? Because what her quirk is, it has to be something that like she had to use as a last resort, because otherwise we can say, oh well, why didn't she use it, you know, when she first saw Deku just like 2 chapters ago.
And she also said, this kid's like you, Gentle. He doesn't give up. And it's like usually like you don't say that unless you're like an adult or something. You know what I mean? Like it's weird to say that. It's like, you know, it's more like you like you generally what tends to happen with that is like you only really like, you know, like I would say like this kid to like, you know, like a 10-year-old or something like that. You know, because like they're like a kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like the way that I perceive
I
them.
know what you mean. When you say
Know?
like this kid is this, that the person you're talking to, you're talking to them as if you were like equals and whatnot.
Yeah. But well, I mean, like, yeah, like if I say like this kid, like, yeah, like if we're like, I would like we're not equals. Like it's like, you know, this person's clearly like a lot younger than I am. You know, and like when she's saying this kid's like you, Gentle, it's like I guess like I should have caught that. Like when I see that, that's what lets me know that she's probably older than like she's probably an adult. She's probably like, I don't know, maybe she's in like her like, you know, she might be a lot older than she looks. She might actually, you know, she just might be like a short, like she might be a short woman, you know, like a short woman.
Maybe.
You know, so it might be that, but I don't know. I mean, that'd be interesting, like to see what Horikoshi does with that, because you know, at the very least, like you'd have to respect, like, okay, like maybe she is short, but maybe like her forms, like you're saying, like she doesn't look like this all the time.
Yeah.
And it might just be like for show and for
Like
whatever,
form
you
or
know.
whatever. That would be kind of nice.
You know, but it's interesting because like I think it'd be cool if there was some like romantic dynamic there, so long as like, you know, they're like around like similar ages and stuff like that.
Nothing weird like that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of similar ages, I caught the bit when you talked about Mineta. What's up with that?
That's gross, man. It's like it's weird. Like, what are you doing?
It's
You know what I
fun.
mean?
You know, I really like Mineta, but even when I saw that, I was like, I don't know, Horikoshi. And I even checked the official scans because I was praying like maybe it was a mistranslation. Nope, same shit.
You
He
know?
says this. Yep.
I was like, nah.
It's like you're kind of pushing your luck a bit because even what is she? Is she 8? I thought she was like, is she 8 or 6?
She's probably like I would say she's probably she might be like 7.
I swear they did
somewhere like around 7 or something like that. 8, yeah, probably 7 or 8. I would say. You know, I'm just like.
But even when he said 10 years, so he's 15. So when he's 25, she'll be like, okay, 16, 17, 18, maybe.
Yeah. So if anything, she's got to be like closer to like. She's probably like 8 or 9. I would say.
Well, that's not well. If
But
he's
it's still
25, well, if he's 25, and then that evens out, but you still can't say that. Like, you still cannot say that. That's still
it's
fucked
weird.
up.
Like, what are you doing?
So fucked up. Why did he write that? They're really gonna have to change that in the anime.
Yo, yeah, they got to figure that out because
they just have to have him say it. They're gonna have to censor that, especially in the English dub, because people would go fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
People would get so mad. He's such a fucking dumbass.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Labrava is probably an adult, because like you don't say something like this kid or whatever unless like they like you perceive them to be like a lot younger than you are, or generally just like you perceive yourself to be like like more of an adult, and them to like actually be like a kid or something like that. So she's probably like 20, 20, probably somewhere from like 20 to 30, I would say. But I don't know.
Fair enough.
You know, so what was that? What else was I gonna say? I mean, like, so I guess how do you feel about generally what's been happening so far, like with all the sort of chapters that we've gotten? Because we've gotten a lot. Like we got like the sort of the
Remedial course.
yeah, we got a lot of that. Then we kind of shifted into like, you know, we learned a couple of things, but mainly it was really just like sort of a shift from that to you know, sort of a lot of character development. Like it was almost like Horikoshi kind of realized like, yo, like I really need like an arc where we just let like, you know, let these other characters
He
shine.
got really
He hadn't
sick
been.
at the end of the overhaul arc. He fucked up his wrist. You know how he took
Oh.
you were reading it weekly, right? He took loads of breaks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He took
Yeah, I
like
remember.
like
He was
4 or 5 breaks. He took loads of breaks. So I think and then obviously he's working on the movie and the anime. So
yeah.
so he probably doesn't have time to like write insane fights. So I think he said it in the last volume as well. Yeah. A volume 18 just came out in Japan. He said he was like busy working on the anime and stuff. But to be honest, I've liked the slice of life. I like the remedial course. I like this arc. It's pretty good, I guess. But I'm ready to move on. I not move on, but I'm ready for it to pick up. Like I'm ready to get like, you know, hype chapters again, you know, like during the overhaul.
Yeah.
But I
And
feel like oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, I think it's time for the series to hit its stride. Cause like the end of the overhaul arc is still my favorite one. And the ending was like, and I think that threw a lot of people off the story a bit. And you know
I
how
got
like Black Clover is really peaking right now.
Oh
Promised
yeah.
Neverland is crazy. I kind of feel
Yep.
like My Hero Academia has been like pushed back a little bit, and people aren't really like liking it that much. And they're saying like, oh, you know, when is this gonna pick up? It hasn't had a good arc since All Might versus All for One. So like,
Yeah, I mean, which is weird, which like I don't agree with at all. Like I'm like it's kind of one of those things where like people like when they get like the like best arc of like whatever series, something like all of a sudden like a lot of people for whatever reason like start to expect that every arc after that is going to be like the best arc or at that same level.
I know what
And
you
I'm
mean.
like that's so weird. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Otherwise, like the stories like the impact like that a certain arc has in a particular way like doesn't work in the same way, you know what I mean? Like it's like if everything was like super high octane, like then in some ways it takes away from like those particular arcs that are clearly like designed to be that, to have that high octane, to have that like intense punch or whatever.
I know what you mean.
You know, so
You
I don't
can't
really get
have
that.
like the Camino Ward arcs and the Overhaul arcs without having like the slower arcs. First of all,
Mm-mm.
like you have to
Yeah,
have
like
slow
it's a
mo,
build up.
have like big ones. But I think it's time for the series to like really hit its stride. You know, I think the next arc and the next couple arcs they really have to like Horikoshi has to really go that extra mile and just make them absolutely like 10. Because I feel like he can write like an amazing art. I feel like he can write like a masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
He
he's
can
definitely there.
he
He
has
just, you know,
he's capable. He's like the
yeah,
student in class who's been getting like A's and B's, and he's like he hasn't like been pushed to get that like A plus yet. You know what I'm saying? But like
got you.
he's gonna do it eventually. You
Yeah,
just don't know when. But you
I
know,
mean,
I have high hopes.
I think it's coming. I think part of like, I think why I think it is because usually, to have sort of an arc like that, you have to have done a pretty phenomenal job, like developing certain characters and
You have to
stuff.
build
You
everything
know,
up properly. Like
so
what's your favorite arc in One Piece?
ooh, I feel like I've said this before. Let me think about it. Hmm. Oh, Water
Oh, I'm
Seven.
glad
In
you
the
said
lobby.
that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
that's my favorite.
you can't have Oda couldn't have written Water 7 without like giving you like the whole dynamic with Luffy and Usopp first of all and building that friendship up over all those chapters. He
Yep.
couldn't have given you like the whole Robin thing wouldn't have been as impactful
Yeah.
if he didn't like, you know,
Have like
introduce you to
Gajia.
Robin. Yeah, exactly, and get you
Yeah.
used to the characters. Like none of that would have worked if he didn't get you used to it all first, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
like he's got like you've got so many different things he's built up. Like you know at the end of the or like the beginning of like that remedial course Uraraka's like, she's like looking at Night Eye's death, and she's like, oh, I want to be like more stronger. You have Gigantomachia, the big dude. He's gonna play a role. Black Mist got captured and he got sent to prison. Like the League of Villains have those bullets. Like there's loads of stuff where Takoshi is like built up or like planned, and like he just needs to put it all into one big arc and have it go crazy, you know?
Yeah, like I feel like something pretty massive is coming. Like I like that's how I feel about it. Like the way that the sort of story's been told, the way that certain things have been set up. Like I feel like something really massive is coming, and I feel like it's come. And one like two things like that sort of tell me that one, the sort of like quirk, the quirk erasure bullets, like that's like a huge thing.
That's gonna
like,
be crazy.
Right? Be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like that, and then like the fact that he's developing all of these characters now, so that I guess like they could be more involved in what does happen later.
And then you get because like think about like Bleach, right? Kubo didn't do that. He just gave you fight after Soul Society. He just gave you fights and fights and fights. And then like in the last arc, did you read the last arc of Bleach? Yeah, you did, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I did.
Because you know how like it kind of felt like he was cramming a bunch of backstories and
all that
because he didn't do it earlier. He had like 600 chapters to put all those backstories in, and then he just threw it all towards the end. And then he could never do it all in time because he had so many characters he'd created and forgotten to develop, so he had to throw it all at the end. Like Horikoshi isn't. He's kind of doing it as he goes along, which is good, I guess.
And I it's good, and I appreciate that because like I want that while I'm reading. I don't want to like wait until like the tail end of a manga or something like that and get like all this character development for like so many characters or whatever, and
it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel natural.
It doesn't work.
You have to time it right.
So that's why like for me, like one of the reasons why I love like My Hero is because like it in a lot of ways it reminds me of Assassination Classroom, and that's just like such a well done Weekly Shonen Jump manga. Like I remember reading that and I was like, yo, I love this manga. But I wasn't sure if other people felt the same. And then I went to New York Comic Con, I think in 2016, and there was Yusei Matsui came to that as like a guest speaker. And I went to that panel and it was jam packed. Like it was jam packed with fans. Like fans who like they knew everything about the series. They knew like all the like Koro Sensei facts and everything like that. It was so dope. And I was like, yo, this series is incredible, man. Like, and My Hero does like similar things where it really allows the characters to like be like, to really be characters, to like grow, to like think about things, to interact in like organic ways, and to do that like not periodically, but like gradually. You know what I mean? Where it's like you get this particular arc, these particular characters get growth. This arc like is so important because without this, My Hero Academia kind of seems like, okay, these particular characters are very, very important, but these characters over here, not so much. And I'm like, you need this arc. Like this is such a necessary arc that we have right now because like when you're moving forward, you got to have that development already set up. You got to have all of them working together in certain ways. You know what I mean? Even little things like Deku getting better as a combatant because he took the dance training from Ashido. Like that's dope, man. You know what I mean? That's like the little things really matter, and it's not like it's like Deku came out of nowhere and got better, but it's like, yes, like we understand that he was training with All Might, but it's like all this other stuff that he's been doing to prepare for the festival has also helped him out. And particularly that all the dance training, because dance training is like all about like physicality and all about flexibility and moving and everything like that.
Like Mina and Jiro got pretty good development in this little arc. It wasn't like crazy in the form of a backstory, but like, and not every fucking side character needs a backstory. They just get like little moments and stuff. And I think this arc was really good for that. Like even you had like a little, like Coda spoke a little bit. Who else did it? May actually got like a decent bit of like shine in this arc. Like he did a pretty good job of handling all the side characters and stuff. But this is the calm before the storm, and I'm just ready to see it all take off.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's coming sooner. I mean, it might not come sooner than I think. I mean, I would say like it'll at the most, it'll probably be like, I want to say like another 7 chapters before we get into like the really, really intense stuff.
Like
Because
like the next
know,
major arc, like the next
yeah,
big arc.
Because I want to see the festival. I want to see them have a good time. I want to see like
Yeah, I
all the
do
stuff
too.
happen. I want to see that.
I
And
do want to see them have a good time, but at the same time, like I don't really need any more slice of life chapters. I think we had
no,
enough.
no, I think they're like that's kind of what Horikoshi is doing now. He's sort of like, okay, like they're doing this stuff over there and they're preparing and everything like that. And we don't see that, but we know that off screen, that's what they're doing. So it's not like time stopped and like, oh, when Deku gets back to UA, like they're still, setting everything up. It's like, no, like once the sort of fight like transitions to UA, generally I think things will sort of pretty much like start get started and everything like that in terms of the festival and all that. So I think it's smart by Horikoshi to sort of like that's how you do off-screen sort of stuff, right? That's the stuff that you off-screen, like if you so choose to. It's like stuff that's like, okay, we've seen the development, we've seen them get things ready and everything like that, so we don't need to see that during the battle. Like we're good.
Yeah.
We already know what's happening, right? We just
they don't need to
panels
cram
here and there.
You don't need to cram a backstory into the battle.
Yeah. Or even like, or like, right, like, or like, right, like you don't, and the thing with like, I think we're going to get that. We might get that either next chapter or the chapter after in terms of like a backstory. And it might not be an entire chapter. It might be like half a chapter.
I think Kirishima's worked out. I think I like Kirishima's backstory, but was a bit oddly placed.
It was a little bit oddly placed, but I think it was like, for me, like
I itself was good.
That's why like I thought like
yeah.
I didn't mind that it was oddly placed, because I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like it's like right in the middle of the battle, and like it's pretty long and pretty substantial.
Yeah, it was like 2 chapters.
Yeah,
because I think that fucked up the pacing of the fight for a lot of people. They just wanted to see the fight, and then you get Kirishima's whole fucking life story. He's like my he's my third favorite 1A student though, after Deku and Bakugo. Like Kirishima's
he's my favorite now because like, just like for me, like there's so many parallels between like him, and just like thinking about like the way that he has that his this sort of metaphor that's going on there. Like his quirk is like not just an ability that he uses to like push forward and be strong and stuff like that, but it's also like it's sort of like a shell to kind of hide like the fear that he has and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. And then like the fact that like someone that he super looks up to is a girl, and like All Might's mentor was also like someone that All Might really looked up to was a woman. Like that stuff like that I think is cool, and it's a little different, and it adds like that substance to characters like Kirishima and All Might. You know what I mean? Like it's just neat stuff. It's neat stuff that I like, and that's what like, even though like I agree, like it was oddly placed, it still worked really well because it was like good. Like if it was crap, I'd have been like, yo, what is going on here, Horikoshi? Come on, man.
That's true.
But I think like it's coming soon. I think soon we're gonna get like the real deal like stuff. Because it's like, oh, they're having a good time. They're actually having fun for once. Like they actually get
you need a tonal shift a bit. You need that like shift in tone.
Yeah. And then like once that happens, like it's like going to be a market shift in tone. It's not just going to be like, oh, here's a little thing.
You don't want whiplash.
It's going to be like, whoa, like
what's going on over there? Overhaul.
Oh, I do. Right now, I do too, because I feel like Overhaul was. I think he was like, for me, like I thought he was kind of always meant to be like a scrub in certain ways, because like he's like, no, I mean seriously, because like he wasn't a villain. You know what I mean? And it's like, the thing with like stories like these and what they're sort of based off of, it's like it's always about the heroes versus villains. You know what I mean? So like he like, unless he was like, okay, I'm gonna become a villain now. Like he was always just gonna be like, some dude who was like, oh, I just want to make sure that my like organization like can be the best that it can be and get back to its former glory, whatever. But I'm like, dude, you're not a villain. You're just like, kind of gang member kind of dude. You know what I mean? So like you know what I mean? So like in that sense, like, dude, like it's cool. Like he was cool at first, but then he wasn't doing it. Like it was like, right. And like he wasn't doing certain things in the same way that like the villains were. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why when the villains popped up again, he got curb stomped. You know what I mean? it was like, yo, like this is a story about heroes and villains. Like this is not a story about heroes versus the Yakuza.
He is a villain. I consider him a villain though. He's just not a very good one.
Yeah, exactly. Right, because it's like the way that he thinks about it, like him, the way that he views himself, is not in this. He like, and the way that he makes moves, and it doesn't. They don't do it in the same way. Like it's very like it's like with villains, it's just like, yo, man, like I'm just gonna do my thing. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's it. You know, nobody's gonna tell me what to do. Like I'm not worried about the team or the way the construction of it. I'm just like, oh, we're gonna do this thing. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what we want. And that's it, and it's like, and it's just a very different like mentality, I guess. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like it's a very different mentality from like being a part of like a historical organization, crime organization, and then being part of just like this upstart, like, group of like, ragtag group of villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's just like different approaches to things. So I feel like that's kind of why Overhaul, like, in his organization, the amount of stuff that like he wanted to do in terms of organization, it worked against him because like the heroes could plan accordingly. You know what I mean? But like with the villains, like they don't really do. They like it's like, yes, they might be planning, but like heroes can't really conceive of like how a villain thinks, because the idea of like a villain is such an abstract thing almost in a lot of ways that it's like, where do you start? You know what I mean? And with the Yakuza, it's like, oh, there's like a history of like stuff that they've probably done and everything like that. So they have an idea of the types of moves that
I know what you mean. Like a Yakuza is kind of predictable, whilst the villain is like a super villain isn't.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I kind of saw it. But at the same time, I will say I didn't expect him to get cursed out that badly. Like that was like
he got washed. But to be honest, what villains could have not got? What villains wouldn't have gotten washed?
Yeah, that's true. So I mean, I don't know. I do understand that people were like, this is like kind of sad. And then he did the whole thing where he transformed, and you were like, oh, it's over. Like he's not doing anything sophisticated anymore. Like he's done the thing. He's like, monster.
Typical villain transformation.
And then then it was over, because it's like, sorry, you got to get beaten now. Heroes got to come in and save the day.
Rip.
I'm gonna end the stream here because it is 6 p.m. and I gotta get to the Promised Neverland. I gotta read that chapter.
I still haven't read that chapter. The last couple have been fire though.
Yeah, that was dope. Like, I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it is My Hero stream, so maybe like I probably shouldn't like say anything about the chapters in case people haven't read it or anything like that. But those latest chapters have been fire though.
Yeah, they've been crazy.
Fire.
You read Black Clover?
Yeah. The latest I caught up today to like the latest chapters. They were dope. Yeah. Like it's really interesting what's going on. Like,
yeah, it's picking up a lot. You think it's in his final arc though?
I don't know.
Because this looks like the end. This looks like I know. Don't you think it could be in the final arc?
It could be, but I don't think so.
Like villains taking over the world and shit. Like, it seems like but you know how fucking shonen is. Like they have like the point where they could have ended it and then they carry on.
Yeah, I feel I don't think it's gonna be the final arc, but I do think that there's going to like I feel like there's gonna be like one more thing, because like we have to deal with like the whole thing with Asa and his abilities and what that means and what's a history there. So I feel like if there is going to be a final arc, it'll deal with that. Like it'll deal with that. It'll be kind of be like, okay, sure. Like, like
isn't it like the reincarnation of like a demon king or some shit?
Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on with Black Clover, and like that's where it's going.
Have you read Kimetsu lately?
I need to. I'm on spring break actually, so I don't have to read. I have to read like probably like 15 chapters. Yeah, I'm like 15 behind, but I can read that in like. Oh,
you missed the bat. You haven't even read the best arc.
Yeah. I'm like 15 behind. So like I'm gonna take a day.
You have to read it. You have to read it. You have to read it, bro.
Very easy.
All right, I'm gonna see you later. Peace.
All right, later. All right, so this was a dope stream. All right, I got to read some manga. I got to talk to my man Orphe. You know what I mean? It was hype. It's hype. So I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through to the stream. This was super dope. Super dope. You know what I mean? I really want to get to. I want to make sure that I'm caught up with all the weekly Shonen Jump titles like that I currently read. You know what I mean? I gotta react to Haikyuu at some point. That's either going to be today or it's going to be tomorrow. Probably today. But you know, we'll see. We'll see in terms of time and stuff like that and things that I have to do. I'm gonna try to get some stuff done before I get to Haikyuu. But I think Haikyuu is probably going to be last. All right. So, yo, Kimetsu no Yaiba is fire. Shigama, I'm not caught up. I'm like 15 or so chapters behind because like it came out so irregularly that it was hard for me to like, you know, make sure that I was on it in certain senses. But best believe I'm gonna catch up to that manga because that manga is another. Oh, that might be the most underrated manga in Jump. Kimetsu no Yaiba is the most underrated manga in Jump. I was talking to with my guy Sombra last week, and he was like, "What do you think is the most underrated manga in Jump?" And I'm like, and I was like, Dr. Stone, but Kimetsu no Yaiba is the most underrated manga in Jump. Yeah, that is definitely that because Kimetsu no Yaiba is fire, but almost nobody really talks about it like that. You know, besides like Dustin, Orphe, my guy Nakamanga, like he loves Kimetsu no Yaiba. You know, there might be a couple other people that do read it, but like we gotta have like I gotta set that up too, a Kimetsu no Yaiba like discussion stream. Like I don't know if Orphe might set that up. But I'll see. We gotta have that discussion. That's gonna be super hype. All right, so I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. Shouts out to everybody that came through. This was a dope stream. Yeah, this is a dope stream. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out. I'll see you at the Promised Neverland stream if you read the Promised Neverland. If you're caught up, then I'll see you. All right. Once again, I'm out.